What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Cryptic Critiques. Today, we're going to be looking at the brand new movie that just came out called Dune. I do have to say, once I first saw the trailer, I wasn't extremely excited. I knew I was going to see it. It did look cool. It's kind of like Star Wars. It says that in the trailer even. It's kind of like Star Wars. I'm not a really big Star Wars guy. I never read the books. I didn't see the old movies, but I was pretty excited to watch this movie. And I have to be honest, after watching it, I thought it was a pretty good movie. I'll be honest, there were points in it where I felt really bored, like it was just dragging on with unneeded storytelling, unneeded just scenes in general. And I think a lot of people could agree with me that after the midpoint, it just kind of drags on, and there was plenty of scenes that you could just cut out. Also, it is a 2.5 hour movie, so it's very long, and I did feel myself getting bored throughout it. I never checked my phone, and so that's a good sign. You know, if I check my phone during a movie, that means it's just a bad movie. But I think that does take some points off of it. But other than that, the visuals in this movie are amazing, and I have to keep saying it, they're amazing. Once you go watch it, if you watch it, you will see that they put so much time and effort into the visuals that it's just a beautiful movie. Now, just a warning, it is one of those movies where during the beginning of it, you won't know what's going on unless you've read the books or seen the old movies. You probably won't know anything. It's going to be very confusing until the end of the movie, which still, even at the end, it doesn't really explain anything. It's still pretty confusing. I have only seen it once, so I might have to go watch it again to understand it more, but that is just a warning in advance. But other than that, I do think the actors did an amazing job. Some of the actors, it has a pretty all-star cast, I would have to say. It's Timothée Chalamet, Zendaya, Jason Momoa, Oscar Isaac, and plenty of other big-name actors. And so, I didn't really doubt that any of them could do a bad job, because I've seen them all before, and I know they're all amazing. I do think this is a really good movie, even though I know I said that I did get a little bored during the end of it, because I felt like it dragged on, and I still feel like that. But I think, just all in all, it's an amazing movie. I do recommend it. It is on HBO Max, so I think it's a must-watch, since it's free if you have HBO Max, of course. But even with it being on HBO Max, I still think you should go watch it in a theater. I did watch it in an RPX theater, so it was very loud, and also some of the points were very bright. And so, there's just a warning, if you go watch it in IMAX or RPX like I did, it is going to be really loud. At some points, I could feel the theater kind of shaking because of the bass and how loud it was. But other than that, I think that's really depending on the theater you watch it at. I don't think if you go watch it in a regular 2D theater or on your TV at home, it's not going to be that bad. But just a fair warning in advance. Now, I'm going to get into some minor spoilers here, but I'll still put a spoiler warning. You can skip to this time on the screen if you want to skip past it to see the rating. But this movie, it is a part 1. So it says this in the very beginning. Once the title comes on screen, it says Dune Part 1. And so that does mean there is a sequel on the way. I don't know if the sequel's coming anytime soon, but I am kind of excited for it. I don't know how long it's going to take. Maybe if it takes 5 years to come out, I might not see it, but I will see it probably. Hopefully I will. But also, another complaint I have is Zendaya, whose character is called Chani. I had to look this up because it didn't say it in the movie. At least I don't think it did. But she is not in the movie until the very end. I mean, she's in the movie throughout it, so I shouldn't say that. But those are just flashbacks or memories or whatever. I don't really know how to explain it. If you watch the movie, or if you have watched the movie, then you will know what I'm talking about. But her character doesn't appear in the current time until the very end of the movie, which I was really surprised they did that, because she's the main focus in most of the trailers. Her and Timothée Chalamet are the two main characters. I would assume they're going to be in this the whole movie and all that. And I would have to say, Jason Momoa and Oscar Isaac, I did like their characters, and they both die in this movie, so I was a little upset about that. I did enjoy their performance, and I was kind of sad more towards Jason Momoa's death, because I think I really enjoyed his friendship with Timothy Chalamet's character, but that was just me. I don't know. You guys might not feel the same way once you watch it. And also, this quick little thing I have to say, this isn't a spoiler, but I'm going to keep it in the spoiler section just in case. But Jason Momoa, he doesn't have a beard in this movie, and I think it's just really weird to look at it. I mean, I don't really care about this. I just wanted to point this out, that he looks so different without a beard. And it's just really weird. I can't look at him the same. But that's it. That's it for the spoiler section. Let's get into the rating. Now, after everything I've said, with all things considered, I think I'm going to give this movie an 8 out of 10. I would want to give this a 9 out of 10, but I do think I would take off some points just because it does kind of lack during the end, and some points during the beginning. At least for me, it gets really boring. But I don't know, I'm a Twitch streamer, I'm a Twitch viewer, I have a really small attention span, so things just need to be happening, which it doesn't really do that. I did watch this with a friend, and he said that he really enjoyed it. He would give it a 9 out of 10, but I'm gonna stick with my 8 out of 10, because, I don't know, just for me, I thought it did drag at the end, and was a little boring. But other than that, this is a great movie that I recommend everyone should watch in a theater, but if you can't, then watch it on HBO Max. As the visuals are amazing, the acting is great, the directing, the script, all of that. It's all a really good movie. And that's about it for this episode of Cryptic Critiques. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate it, and I will see y'all in the next one. Goodbye, everybody.